Summer Games Fest 2025. Was it good? Was it bad? I honestly don't know, but let's be completely real for a second here, okay? It cannot be worse than the Witcher 4 tech demo, which was blatant lies designed to try and convince you that that's going to be how Witcher 4 looks like. That situation is just tragic. And let's be honest, it's probably going to be better than the Xbox one because when has Xbox had games? The last game that looked good was Doom Dark Ages, and it flopped. It sold one third of the copies it was supposed to sell. Sad. Absolutely sad.
We're sitting down to talk about Summer Games Fest 2025. Over and done with. If you skipped it, good choice. So what I'm going to do is a little bit
That's not a good start.
different from our normal showcase recaps. Usually I go over literally every announcement. This was kind of what I call the Jeff Keighley special at times, where there were moments I went, oh, these are ads. These aren't actually like trailers that I'm supposed to be reacting to, but they try to blur the lines between the two, and ultimately 2 hours long, a lot of stuff I didn't like. So I just thought, you know what, today, I don't feel like being negative. I just want to talk about some of the things I...
Okay, I mean, that already kind of answers how good Games Fest 2025 was to a degree.
did like. There was a lot of good stuff here.
Pattern recognition. If you don't have it, well, you can always train it.
In between a lot of games that looked like Genshin Impact and a lot of games that just did not feel ready to be shown off. So let's just talk about
What even is this? This already looks horrible.
what I liked, which there's a pretty decent amount, and also some just really funny announcements. But ending it with Resident Evil 9, good choice, left a great taste in my mouth. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here...
Dude, Resident Evil 9, I already saw one thing. Let me Google it. Resident Evil 9. Bro, look at this, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Okay? I'm gonna share the screen. Wait a minute. Look at this. I am hyped for it. Look at this. This, right there, this is Resident Evil 9, baby. I don't know about you boys. Oh, but I am sold, okay? I am excited.
You're into what's going on with gaming. We're going to have a lot of videos going out this weekend, so get ready, consider subscribing, and now a quick word from today's sponsor. The following video is sponsored by...
Wow. The following video is sponsored by literally nothing. Thank you.
A release window of 2025. I feel like we've been waiting forever for this game, so I can't wait to see a hard release date for it, but just this gritty, noir, first-person shooter, really...
What is this? Mickey Mouse, the Noir series?
Unique art style, like a lot of people defined it, like this Cuphead FPS. Very excited for this one. And like I said, feels like we've been waiting forever. So I want that hard release date, and I want...
Okay, Mickey Mouse Cuphead BioShock?
to play it. I've seen so much of it. I've been sold for a while. So let's get that release date. But good to know.
Oh, by the way, how can they do this? And that's because... officially, I think this happened like a year or maybe 2 years ago. Mickey Mouse officially lost its copyrighted patent. It is free to use for everyone, and no one can do anything about it.
We've narrowed it a little bit. Game of Thrones War for Westeros. Just thought this was an interesting announcement. It's so funny to see how many Game of Thrones things are popping up now.
Oh, wow.
After the show is over, and I know they have like the HBO prequel series now and everything, but War for Westeros, no gameplay, but still kind of just interesting that,
oh, this is everything that's trying to farm the Game of Thrones failed, horrible, now no one cares IP. This is a money grab, 100% guaranteed.
oh, interesting, like a full-on RTS. So we'll be keeping my eye on that one. That's coming out 2026. Mundfish was here in
RTS, real-time strategy. What?
a big way. They announced 2 Atomic Heart projects. The first was the sequel to Atomic Heart. Now, I will eat my shoe on...
Do we get ballerina mommies? Oh my god, if you don't know what Atomic Heart is, let me explain to you. Atomic Heart. Okay? There we go. Look, okay, boys. Don't get a heart attack, my lads, but I mean, it's happening, okay? It's happening. Okay. Bam. Look at this, okay? This is Atomic Heart. This is Atomic Heart, okay? It is what it is. It's absolutely fine. Everyone knows what's happening. This is a YouTube video, it seems like. Absolutely 100% based, by the way. Okay? Atomic Heart. Not really that good of a game. No one was... It wasn't bad per se, but it was kind of bland and boring most of the time. People would easily agree with that. But, I mean, they knew... They did one part of the job.
On camera, if this game plays as good as the trailer looked. And I say that because, as many of you know, I walked out of Atomic Heart 1 not the happiest with the game, but the trailers before its launch looked amazing. And I started to get a similar vibe there where I got like mildly jaded, so I apologize for my pessimism, but they just need to really impress me with this one here. They defined it as a spiritual successor. There's no release date. It's just in development now, and they're focusing more on RPG mechanics. So that sounds great to me. Their art direction has always been fantastic. That's what brought me into Atomic Heart in the first place. It was very kind of Bioshock coded, very retro future coded. So very interested in seeing what they've got.
They're back, boys. They're back.
Going on here with Atomic Heart 2. No doubt I'll be keeping my eye on it, but I don't want to go in as hyped as last time. They also showed off The Cube Atomic Universe. This is an MMO RPG shooter, and when I saw this project announced, this gave me Kingdoms of Amalur vibes. When Kingdoms of Amalur came out
oh god, I hated Kingdoms of Amalur. Stop.
in about 2012, this game was great. It was like, oh my god, this is a great fantasy RPG that's not Elder Scrolls right after the wave of...
No, it wasn't. It was dull, boring, slow, methodical, and boring again.
Skyrim. It's got its own identity, and then they were like, we're going to do a sequel, and we're going to do an MMO, and they really just poured a lot of money into it, and we know how that turned out.
The scaling was completely broken also.
It died. Nothing happened. So I don't know if Atomic Heart is this popular, and I just don't know it, where it gets a sequel and it also gets an MMO. You let me know down below. But I was surprised by this.
Oh, Jesus,
in a kind of publisher way with Ill. And out of everything they showed, this caught my attention the most because it was the most gameplay driven. It was also very physics driven. It seemed like a survival horror shooter using some of the tech that was behind Atomic Heart, but you were like booming babies and just picking up ammo and loading these very heavy mechanical weapons and blasting away creepy looking creatures. Like, it had an eerie vibe to it. So out of everything Munfish brought, I was interested in pretty much...
Dude, this looks pretty lit, not gonna lie.
All of it outside of the MMO, but really...
Obviously fake, but I mean, at least it's a good concept.
Ill was the game that caught my attention the most and went, ooh, I do want to play that. And I think it was because most of it looked like believable gameplay to me. Onimusha, Way of the Sword, just want to give that a shout out. I got a brand new trailer that's still coming out in 2026, and
oh, look at that. This is like Batman Gotham City, but not Batman.
That looks amazing. When I really start narrowing it down, I feel like Capcom just hard carried this entire show, but Onimusha, just the way that it's not super fast paced really interests me. In a day and age where like everything's quick and everything's pairing and it's speed, production value, go, and you got this game where you're seeing like high...
Oh, by the way, when we did the PlayStation one, what was it called a couple of days ago, people were commenting that, well, I'm not hyped for anything. Neither am I, to be honest. But at least these games look interesting. To be completely fair, I would not be even hyped if they said Fallout New Vegas 2 is happening. I would not be. I would actually be mortified and devastated because Bethesda's probably making it. And I don't want Bethesda touching games ever again, okay? They should just stop existing. Microsoft, pull the plug. You bought them. Take the IPs. Take them somewhere else. And take Bethesda out the back and do the sound, okay? It is what it is. I mean, not everyone deserves to exist in gaming. It's just the brutal reality of life, and I'm happy for it, by the way. So, that's a thing. But yeah, I mean, I'm not excited for anything. But then again, at least these look like games. Some of these look interesting. The one with the macabre looking babies and whatnot, that's obviously fake. The Atomic Hearts thing, Maybe it's better than the previous one. Again, the previous one was like meh, average, below slightly average, nothing special really. Maybe they make it better. I mean, at least it's a game. Okay? What has Xbox done in the past year? Nothing. They don't even have games. The latest release that was supposed to blow everyone's socks off was South of Midnight. The dullest, vocus, DEI riddled, infested bag of nothing that we have seen in years. So, maybe I'm not hyped for this, but at least these look like games. Okay? At least.
High deflects, low deflects, and it's very realistic almost would be the right word to describe at least the fighting styles. I'm about what they're doing here. So very excited to finally get a release date on that at some point, but that's coming 2026. Out of Words was a really unique standout to me. This
looks dull.
Is a handcrafted co-op adventure. It feels like finally someone's coming for the Joseph Ferris title and making like a purely artsy,
this looks bad,
co-op driven game. But this one, just everything being handcrafted stood out to me, of course, because we love that, but it seemed heartfelt. It had a soul to it. So I'll be keeping my eye on this one. This is coming out 2026. Mafia The Old Country, we already know the release date from PAX East is August.
Mafia The Old Country is hype.
8th. Got another.
Mafia though is hype. That is for sure. The Mafia game is hype.
Trailer. This game looks gas. I just cannot wait. Everything from the music to the act.
Who actually owns the Mafia franchise? Is it Xbox or is it Sony at this point?
To the performances, just getting a real good feeling about this game. So I'm hoping it lands in that area.
Okay, let's find out. I'll just Google it. Who owns the Mafia games? Who owns Mafia game? Mafia Cities Action Adventure, blah blah blah. 2K Czech, 2K Czech, formerly Illusion Software. 2K Games. Okay, so it's owned by 2K Games. Got it. That's completely different. Okay.
Area that the Mafia of old really did for me. Moving along here, I can't be the only one who thought Lego Voyagers was kind of a vibe.
Any Lego game is bad.
Lego Voyagers, no release date, but cozy. And I mean, I've shown it before many times, my Lego game collection. I love the Lego game. So anything Lego immediately has me like soaring at my screen, like, oh, whoa, Legos. But Lego Voyagers is like not your usual beat 'em up, simple Lego game. It's like, oh, this is like quaint and peaceful and vibey. And that's kind of what building Legos is to me. So I'm very interested. I want a release date. I want to play this one. This is one of those hilarious games to me.
This looks so slow.
Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny coming this fall. This is hilarious because we actually did a retrospective on Retro Rebound for the Nicktoons games. And we did that, I think, because of Nick All-Star Brawl too, but also because I grew up on the...
This looks bad. Okay. So Summer Games Fest 2025 is shit. It's just he put the only things that looked at least good-esque and were not blatantly instantaneously bad at the start. Okay, Maddie. Fair play, to be honest. Fair play.
These really bad co-op games. I think Nicktoons Unite was the best it got, and Nicktoons Unite was really mid. So to see them bring back the Nicktoons series in this action RPG style, and it's a Game Mill game, man. Game Mill is like the worst publisher of our time. Like very few things this company...
Oh, they had Kong, right? This one was insane.
It's out are of quality. If you want a good idea of the type of quality they put out Skull Island Rise of Kong. They put out the Walking Dead Destinies, like all in the same year.
I know all of these that were so bad.
Here, they put out some of the worst.
Still better than anything Xbox has made in the past years. And by the way, I don't hate Xbox. A lot of people think I hate Xbox. I just love making fun of the Xbox fans because they are gonna have their panties twisted real fast, okay? The moment you say anything Xbox, not 10 out of 10, the next big thing, they're instantaneously sweating bullets and writing paragraphs in the comment section about how dare you hate Xbox. My favorite Xbox powered pen disagrees with you, okay? Yeah. Same. My favorite Xbox fork also disagrees.
First games I ever played in the same year. So anytime I see their name, I'm immediately cautious, but I just got a kick out of the fact that Nicktoons is back. Lies of P ruined my weekend plans. I really want to play and beat Death Stranding 1. I have been really focused on that. The Switch 2 already distracting me. But then here comes probably my favorite Souls-like game next to Bloodborne. And they're like, yeah, the expansion's coming out soon. I'm like, all right, cool, this summer. So
the Lies of P expansion, by the way, is a prelude.
A couple of weeks ago, I prepped my save file. I got to the point where you could pick up the expansion and just go. And then they decide, what if we shadow dropped it? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I don't know if I have time for this. So I really want to play Lies of P Overture,
acceptable,
but I don't know when I'm going to. But this is an easy dive in for me, and it looks incredible. And with so many Souls-like competitors in this showcase,
this is what I said about the Sony thing, okay? Half of their games are just Souls-like. The Souls-like audience is gonna wear thin so fast soon. And it's gonna be the catastrophe. The Souls-like franchise at this point is just speed running into, like, tens of studios closing because everyone's trying to make a Souls-like game.
This is why I celebrate Lies of P so much, because you see the difference. You see the production quality. You see the cinematics. You see the boss fights, the weapons, the animation quality. Just leaps and bounds better than a lot of these Souls-like games. For example, if I were to dog on one game, Code Vein 2. Crazy announcement, by the way. I never thought we'd get a second Code Vein. This anime Souls-like game.
Whoa!
I was not big on Code Vein. And for it to come around and put up what I thought was a bit of a stinker of a trailer like that, where the only surprising whoa factor was the game name, where I went, oh my god, what? Because at first I thought it was God Eater or something like that. But yeah, it's Code Vein. And when you look at that side by side with what we see over here with Neo and Lies of P Overture, it's like, it's not even close. So that's why I celebrate this game so much. It is that good to me. After this, we saw Fractured Blooms. According to the trailer, this is based on a true story, but man, like, this trailer had all the energy, all the vibes. It had a little bit of life sim energy, like planting your vegetables and tending to your garden, but at the same time, it was very creepy and unsettling and very Silent Hill coded. So,
based on a true story, eh?
Yeah, like, you're speaking to all my sensibilities right there. Very interested in Fractured Blooms. Deadpool got a video game announcement. MetaQuest 3 continues to keep VR alive and relevant, and say what you will, but they greenlight a lot of very interesting projects. I mean, Deadpool VR.
Yeah, I'm gonna call this another Marvel disaster. It is what it is.
Looks really good, just seeing the gun and grabbing enemies and slamming them on the floors. And
okay, yeah, so after my speech about the we haven't seen anything good except Lies of P, but I don't know if I've even I'm tired of Souls-like games. I'm just I just don't. They don't have the energy for this, okay? There's like 15 different Souls-like games popping out every month. I can't.
Pretty much web slinging across the entire room. This looks like a great time. At the same time, VR is in this awkward spot for me where I know I prioritize all my console games in my backlog first, so it's kind of third rung on the ladder for me.
Wait, what? There's
where it gets.
Oh, there's no blood, but this is a Deadpool game? Oh, no, this is a double fail.
Added to that list of so many other brilliant looking VR titles, from Asgard's Wrath 2 to now Deadpool VR, where I'm like, yeah, I keep saying to myself, when I get into VR, when I go hard on VR, these are going to be the things that I'm going to play. But that list just continues to grow, and they continue to put very compelling software there, despite VR labs over at Meta losing tons of money every quarter. The next game from Yach Club got announced. I was really excited about this because Shovel Knight is amazing. And so it's Mina the Hollower, which we knew about, but now we actually get to see gameplay of it. It's coming out October 31st, and this is like a sight unseen purchase. Like, okay, this is when it's coming out? Cool. I'm there. Like, just Shovel Knight and its pixel perfect platforming and its music, like the way it modernized itself at the same time as being very true to its kind of NES core is brilliant. There's a demo available now. I'm not even going to touch it because I don't need to, but I will be all over Mina the Howler when it comes out this Halloween. Dying Light the Beast also looks sick. That's coming out August 22nd. August really starting to fill up, so I don't know if I'll be able to play this one because Mafia is the higher priority.
Wait, what is this?
For me, this is what I'm talking about with these games.
Did he said Dead by Daylight?
Being stacked on top of each other. It's like we're making
Oh yeah, this is Dead by Daylight.
really tough choices nowadays. But Dying Light the Beast looks
Oh, I'm sorry, Dying Light. Oops.
really good. Mainly
Okay, this looks good, yeah.
the combat, and honestly,
I'm literally sold for anything Dying Light at this point.
to some extent, it sounded like the story was very personal because we got Kyle Crane back in the protagonist seat, and now like he's out on a quest for revenge, and he's using like giant hammer weapons to pound down zombies, and so he's been completely leveled up. So I feel like the combat could get a huge upgrade here in Dying Light the Beast. It actually was a Dying Light trailer with very little parkour, which I think says something. So that's part of the reason I'm excited, while also just tempering
Oh, geez, he's fully embracing the virus side, eh?
my expectations a little bit, because no doubt it'll be here, but like how much free running really will there be, especially if it's like the smaller standalone game? We'll see. Acts of Blood was a really cool announcement. This is dropping summer 2026, made by a single developer, and it's a really hardcore fist fighting game. Kind of remind me of Sifu, except it's sometimes Sifu with guns, where you're just gonna like actually turn into a third-person shooter. Again,
Whoa, this is a single dev? Damn, that's actually kind of impressive almost.
just really impressive to see this as a solo dev effort. Everything.
And listen, boys. I could not care less if a game was made by 100 devs, 1 dev, or 0 devs. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. I'm not going to give it extra points or takeaway points because there's more or less devs.
From the music to the animation quality, really top-notch stuff here. So as someone who
This is giving me kind of like Raid vibes. The movie Raid. Have you seen it? Damn, that shit is hype.
really wanted more from Sifu, I adored that game, and I know they've gone on to now make Rematch, which looks like it's just ready to pop off. Like a lot of people are very excited about it, but I look at Sifu and I'm like, man, I would have loved for more of that combat system. This reminds me a little bit as well of Midnight Fight Express, which I remember playing on my Steam Deck. So more of these just hardcore, realistic beat 'em ups.
Already more blood than the Deadpool game. That's bad.
I'm always about. In 2026, you're also going to be getting a brand new Scott Pilgrim game, a new beat 'em up game. I immediately
How about just not?
yelled to my wife about this because she adores Scott Pilgrim. It's like her favorite thing ever, and she was very excited about this one. The beat 'em up was pretty good. I remember buying the limited run version, and like online co-op for it was broken, so I never finished it. But what I did play of it was solid. I also know it's like a cult classic for many people. But yeah, to get like a brand new Scott Pilgrim game all these years later, pretty special announcement for a lot of people. But for me, just I like these beat 'em ups, so I'll be interested in checking this one out. Lego Party was announced again, just soaring at my screen like, oh, Lego, cool. Not into Mario Party, but Lego Party got my attention, coming out this year. Blighted was announced from Drinkbox Studios, amazing team. They have just been super helpful in like, as a new developer, like I've talked to some of the people at their team and like just sharing information, sharing resources on like where to find things, just like really good people there. So I knew they'd been working on something for a while. I didn't know what it was. And to see Blighted, I was like, oh, this is like serious. Okay, like this is a little bit of a tone shift for Drinkbox, right? Like this is a team that previously did Guacamelee and Nobody Saves the World, and like they have their own messages and levels of seriousness, but Blighted was like on a different wavelength. So they just make super fun
What is this?
games, really good games. So I'm just, again, sold immediately by the name alone. So I cannot wait to check out Blighted, and congrats again to my friends at Drinkbox.
Not sold at all.
Awesome team. This was a surprise announcement. I get Games on Fire energy from this announcement, so I just need to talk about it a bit. Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver got announced. This is the Wu-Tang Clan game that we talked about from Brass Line Entertainment. It's real, and the snippet of gameplay we got plus the music, I was like, oh, this is a vibe. It's real, and the snippet of
The hell
gameplay
is
we
this?
got plus the music,
I'm sorry, is that a
I
woman?
was like, oh, this is a vibe, man. Like yes, I am so into this. But the trailer cut short. There was no like window or anything. It was just it exists kind of announcement. And
Wait, it's even presented by Ghost-Face Killer. Holy! I was thinking, like, there's no way that this is, like, actually Wu-Tang. It is! It is! I just read.
what I've learned as someone who's covered the industry so much is when I get a "it exists" announcement, I get one of two ideas. One, you're trying to hire, or two, the project's on fire and you're like buying time. Just like getting people interested. Like, look, see, people want this. So I'm here to just say this game can be raw. Please keep it alive. To wrap up the show,
I think it's probably going to be bad. Okay, so, like, 1 in 3 games seems decent. Mafia is actually kind of hype, but the fact that it's done by 2K is bad because, I mean, 2K's DEI-riddled shit fiesta currently. So that's kind of bad, but... PlayStation 1 was better, but this is at least something. I mean, I'm completely not excited about anything here, honestly, but, I mean, at least Atomic Hearts looks hot. The Mafia thing looks good, and everything else is... Dying Light seems good. I mean, there are a couple of things that seem hype, but they, for some reason, they don't seem as hype currently as they could be. I feel we're missing on a lot of hype factor. Is it because we're jaded because most of these things just fall through? Or why exactly? I don't know, but that's just life, maybe.
Stranger Than Heaven gets, I guess, re-revealed. We saw it as Project Fantasy, 1943 Japan. What a vibe, man. What is in the water at RGG? What are they doing?
I literally could not care less about this already. Let's look at Mommy.
Resident Evil 8 promotion. Yeah. I'm like, okay, like you're trying to gear people up. But then you also get Resident Evil 9 as a message like, yes, you will learn about it soon. Our anniversary is next year. Stay tuned. And I'm like, what the fuck was that, dude? Like, I was actually kind of pissed watching it. And I mean, Capcom baited me beautifully because I was annoyed. And then at the end, I'm like, yes, there it is. This is definitely Resident Evil right away because, you know, it had that RE engine stink on it, if you will, in a good way. It's a good type of smell. But it's called Resident Evil Requiem. It's coming out February 27th next.
Okay, listen. In terms of language, you cannot get more edgy than Requiem. I mean, nothing beats Requiem in edge. So, it's all downhill from here, boys.
Next year, so really not that far away. Cannot wait to learn more about this one. I'm hoping that it's a bit different from what we usually get.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, and she's mentally damaged. Hot! Anyway, that's just me, maybe. That was Mr. Matty Plays 10 out of 10. Bye!